Now they're all in, ready to go. Red light switched on. This is the Group 3 Gunsynd Classic. They're set. Starter's got a good line.
Righto, be ready.
Racing. Badiga Negra and Olympic Anthem jump well off inside alleys. Rudy was well away. Avalanche's driving forward. So too Hopfgarten handy today. Sawaro's on the way forward, followed then by Shiraz Attack 3 deep. 4 wide is Darcy Magic. They're followed by Always a Gibra. Then Kazarati drifting back Lucky Luca with Wusthazen Cruise by an Architect as last. No speed on by the 1200 metres. Avalanche's led. Hopfgarten nice and handy in second. Sawaro third. Olympic Anthem has grabbed the box seat fourth. Darcy Magic trapped 3 wide. A couple away Badiga Negri had a good barrier but made no use of it. Drifted back along the rail inside of Rudy. 3 deep Shiraz Attack. She's had no luck mid-race. Then Kazarati, Always a Gibra. Wusthazen, a long way back Architect beginning a run. Then Lucky Luca and Cruise by as last. 10 lengths span them. 700 left to run. Avalanches by neat length to Hopfgarten. Darcy Magic's worked hard off the track. Olympic Anthem next. Then Sawaro. Rudy's getting a move on. Badiga Negra coming away from the rail. Then Shiraz Attack. Followed by Architect. Always a Gibra. Kazarati. Then Cruise by Wusthazen and Lucky Luca. Heading for home in the Gunsynd Classic and Avalanches. Kick strongly at the top of the lane. Led the way from Hopfgarten on the outside. Then Olympic Anthem. Rudy's chiming into the right time. Badiga Negra's only battling away. Then Darcy Magic. It's still Avalanches in front. Slowly but surely. Hopfgarten is bridging the gap on the outside. Rudy's coming late, but Hopfgarten, he ran to the lead. He moved clear. It was a gem of a ride. And Hopfgarten won the Gunsynd Classic. Beat Avalanches and Rudy. Olympic Anthem possibly fourth. Then came Darcy Magic, Sawaro, Badiga Negra. Cruise by Always a Gibra. Kazarati, Lucky Luca. Wusthazen, Shiraz Attack and Architect as last. Hopfgarten, very good ride. Very good ride. Mr. Heathcote does his form well. He knew there was no speed in the race and obviously instructed Jockey Browne to go forward. And they cruised in that race. It was a trot and canter and a sprint home, and Hopfgarten was there to strike. He was there at the right time. He's been going really well at the in some midweek assignments, and he's come to the city today on a Saturday level and got the money. Number 4 goes into the frame. That's Hopfgarten. Hopfgarten the winner, Damian Browne. Expect nothing less from the good jockeys, and with a wide barrier but with no pace in the race, he rolled forward, made his own luck. They won him the race. Couldn't have won back in the field, couldn't have won from near last, but with only a leisurely tempo, he was up there, always ready to be in the firing line. Second is 8, Avalanche's Scott Galloway. It was a leader-dominated race. He gave a good, strong kick in the early part of the straight. Avalanches ran well. And third is 1, that's Rudy, ridden by Tegan Harrison, loomed to win and then battled on well, didn't shirk his task. And fourth is 7, Olympic Anthem. So Rob Heathcote providing the winner and the 4th place getter in today's Group 3 feature. Let's go to the enclosure now. Bart's ready to chat with the winning trainer, Rob Heathcote.
Get a few of the owners.
Thanks, David. Rob's giving instructions here to the photographer. Hopfgarten, Rob, the alley looked tricky, but Damian Browne took care of that.
Look, to be honest, Bart, I didn't say too much to Damian. I just come and said, look, ride him how the race pans out. There was no intentions to go forward. 600 metre start's a good long run, but he showed speed that he hasn't shown in the past, particularly that first 100 metres. So, yeah, no, delighted with the outcome.
Some of these horses going on to longer assignments. He's a Mossman. You think this is about his script?
I do, Bart. I've liked him from day one, and I think he showed today with that Group 3 win that, you know, a few people laughed when I said I might throw a nomination in for the Stradbroke. You just never know. And he's beat some pretty tidy horses there today. And sure, it's a huge step, but dreams are free in racing.
Exactly, and the 3-year-olds have an excellent record in the Straddy.
Look, he's one of those horses. He's just doing everything we're asking him to do. And like I said, there's a couple in that field that I've got a big opinion of, and I like the run of my other horse. He's run a nice 4th and still a bit to learn. But Hopfgarten, I had some wonderful memories there in Europe, and a couple of my old Kentucky buddies are here today, and they know exactly where Hopfgarten is.
Where is it?
It's a little village in the Tyrol in Austria, so it's not too far from Salzburg.
And the beer is cold.
Oh yeah, it's cold, don't worry about that. So's the schnapps.
I reckon the beer will be cold in about 2 minutes' time too. Well done, Rob.
Good on you, Bart. Cheers.
Thanks, David.
And Hopfgarten won by a length and a quarter, a short half head between second and third. Time was 1:35.6, the sprint home 34.7, so they went through the first 1,000 metres in 61.9, so the time tells the tale. With little pressure on early, it was a sprint home and made it difficult for those back in the field. Let's check toe dividends now on the Gunsynd Classic, the APHS Gunsynd Classic. They're not available as yet. Hopfgarten, he's made it now. That's 3 in a row this campaign. No, 4 in a row in fact. 4 in a row. Vicky Heathcote shares in the ownership with B. Harry, T. Lockwood, Mrs. E. Lockwood, S. Martin, D. Marola, C. Lord, Gannon, the DCR Syndicate and the Strabo Racing Syndicate by Bossman out of Black Tourmaline, a 3-year-old bay gelding for Rob Heathcote and Damian Browne. That's 5 wins from 15 starts. Avalanches by Street Cry, Trevor Bailey, Scott Galloway, and third was Rudy by Red Dazzler, Helen Page, Tegan Harris.